judge, and the judge says, how much? Says 3 billion. Bring 1 billion. So 1 billion for the judge, 1 billion for the lawyer, 1 billion for the accused person. Abi 111. Then you now go and accuse Buhari of not putting them inside cell. Is he going to be the lawyer? Is he going to be the judge? But recently you see a judge who has stood the test of time. Say, I will stand the test of time. I want you to say it. I will stand the test of time. You will see some newspapers. There is nothing good they will see in the government. If the government brings cough syrup tomorrow, they will tell you it's adulterated without testing it. Do not be that type of journalist. God says, when the evil people bring information to you, investigate. You do what? Therefore, as a journalist, you can destroy Nigeria with false information. Have you gotten the point on sacrifice? Oh, you've not gotten it. Oh. How many points have I given you now? How many points? Are you sure it's up to 7? Okay. Write 3 E's. 3 E's. E. So that in life you know whether you have accomplished where you are, or you have achieved what you want. E for education. Can you see that? Graduates, I'm still talking to you. E for education. E for experience. E for exposure. So what are the 3 E's? Education, experience, and exposure. So if you come out and say, I have PhD, I have this and that, yes. Don't come and tell your parents that I have BSc. These days, until you get PhD, no rest for you. Until what? What did I say you should get? Before you announce to your parents that you have graduated, what should you have gotten? PhD. I was in Harvard and I saw young ones coming out to teach us. And before you know, the person is a professor of something. It means that do not rest on your oars. Do not think that you have arrived. BSc, MSc, PhD. Because why? The job is not even available yet. So continue to read. Get to the peak of the academic profession. That's one part. The next one is what? Experience. The next one is what? If your parents have housemaid, do not allow the housemaid to work than you in the house. Do most of the job. Do most of the job. Try your hands on it. And apart from coming to school, you must learn a vocation. You must learn what? Why are you not talking now? I must thank your teachers, because your teachers must have passed through wahala. You have tried, it's not easy. See me using microphone and they are not answering me. You must learn a vocation. You see, many of us, when we graduate, we want people to employ us. You are a failure. These days, you must learn to employ yourself first. You must learn to do what? You are coming out as an employer of yourself. Go around the world. The most lucrative jobs are the vocational work. I was in Canada. I wanted to give a lecture, and we needed someone to just come and record. I thought it was Nigeria, where I would just call Mikael, come and record for us tomorrow. They said, no, you have to book. I said, cameraman, to come and record. Eventually, when we got the person, he said he was busy. Wonderful God. We had not even gotten there. We thought it was a joke. Then they announced the price. I said, "For to come and record." You know, we eventually paid $500. And when he arrived with his gadget, you'll be proud that this one knows what he is doing. Go and ask the women who are abroad. They cannot plait their hair like they are doing. It is too expensive. So what they do, they lock it down. I mean, women, am I lying? They do lockdown. Lockdown means I will not plait this hair for 1 year. Because it is expensive to run a barbing salon, and for you to come there and say you want to plait your hair, whether it is the kojusoko or back the husband, any style, very expensive. Just believe in yourself. A cleaner is as powerful as a lawyer. Just believe. If they ask you what's your profession, we are in charge of the health, safety, the cleanliness. We manage health. We are highway managers. Give yourself the kind of, because eventually, if we get to the level where Nigeria will reward service, there will be no difference between what a teacher collects and what a lawyer collects, because the teachers are the mothers of all professions. So when they tell you what you want to become in future, don't join what everybody is saying. Look at your strengths. You don't know everything. Whatever you have identified your strength in, face it and give it your all. So what is that point I said? Experience, Abi. You start learning. But if you allow your housemate to do everything, you will know nothing. Even to cook. That's why when you are married today, you cannot cook. Your mother can cook very well, but you will never stay with her. You will not learn. You don't even know that cooking can make you become a member of the presidency at Asoro, Abi. And the cook of Mr. President is as important as Mr. President. Just because you know how to cook, but you must learn it. You are with your parents and you can learn how to wash, how to do all this. You stay in a place and say the housemaid should do it. Don't do that. The last one is exposure. The last one is what? So exposure is what we are trying to do. How is it done elsewhere? In Lagos, most of the things we do is copy and paste. I'll tell you, when you hear that the governor goes out and he gets to Dubai and sees something, it is copy and paste. We are coming to place it at, can you see what is happening at Oshodi now? We are not benchmarking Lagos State with any state in Nigeria. We are benchmarking Lagos State with New York, with London, with Dubai, with Paris, and so on and so forth. So exposure is important. Let me speak about competence and commitment. Know your strengths. Have you written competence and commitment? Know when you need help. Know when you need support. Know when you need a coach. Know when you have the ability to receive delegated responsibility. Number one, know when you need to be directed. Can you say that? Know when you need to be supported. Know when you need a coach. And know when you are able to accept delegated responsibility. So repeat the four. Oh yeah. You have not left the school. I'll punish all of you now. I will say raise your hand. The first one, know when you need to be directed. Can you say that? The second one, know when you need to be supported. Know when you need a coach. Know when you are capable of accepting delegated responsibility. Oh yeah, say it now, say it. So, you are clapping for yourself, Abi. Okay, listen. Say competence, commitment. Competence, commitment. Say when you have low competence, say that. And low commitment, you need to be directed. The only person that you direct is he doesn't know what to do. He's not even committed to it. Then you say, Michael, carry the chair, put the chair here. That is direction. If you don't understand it, you will feel bad. Why am I being directed? You are being directed because you have low competence and low commitment. commitment. Number two, when you have high commitment but low competence. What did I say now? High commitment but low, you need to be supported. High commitment is nobody will tell you to arrive at 7. You are already there at 7. But you just don't know what to do. You need to be supported. Low competence and low commitment, you need to be directed. But high commitment and low competence, you need to be supported. Now, if you have high competence and low commitment, you need a coach. If I just write it down, you are going to make a lot of research on this in life. If you allow it to guide you, you will not make mistakes. If you have high competence but low what? Commitment, you need who? You see that when we get a coach for Flying Eagles or Super Eagles, the coach doesn't teach them how to play football. They are very competent at playing football, but they need commitment to work as a team. Do you understand? Are you with me? So I'm going to start again. Low competence and low commitment, you need to be directed. But low competence and high commitment, you need to be supported. High competence and low commitment, you need a coach. But if you have high competence and high commitment, then we can delegate the assignment. We will not even ask you how you did it, because you are qualified so to do. So you see many of your colleagues, they are at that level of delegation. If you know that your competence is low, you have no reason to be envious of somebody who has high competence and high commitment. If you deserve to be delegated, what should you run after? Well, I'll come and enroll as your teacher. But you are going, Abi. Okay, so let us round up. The last point, contentment and humility. Can you say it together? That's 9 and 10. Contentment, then humility. What is contentment? Say, I am satisfied. My God is good. I am thankful to Him. I am grateful to Him. I am thankful for His blessings. Commitment, when I say contentment, it means God has not made any mistake in my life. Can you say that? Contentment is to know, this thing I fought, I read, but eventually this is the result. God is correct. Do you know that there are things that you hate, but in it there are lots of good for you? Because you are ignorant, but God knows. There are things that you love, but in it there's a lot of evil. You ask for evil as if you're asking for good. To give God the pride of place in your life, to give God the authority that He knows more than you do not question His decisions in your life. Contentment. I don't have what any other person has. But God says, I have given unto you more than what you can ever ask for. Let us check it. The reasons we are disappointed in life is that we ask for some things which God is yet to do. But we have forgotten that we possess some things which God gave us without asking for them. Maybe I should repeat that. What is your greatest desire in life? To be the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Abi, let me just put that. Because God has not done that. Say, God, you have not done this one now. Meanwhile, He gave you things that are far better than that. If President Yaradua were to be alive, and somebody asked him, between being the president and dying, and not being the president and staying alive, pick one. Which one would you pick? May Almighty God forgive him. that was a great man. But you have the opportunity of making that decision now. Between what you desire, which you are yet to have, that is causing depression in your life, and what God has done already. If they put all that you want inside one basket, and they put those things that you did not ask God for, which God gave you gratis, which one will you prefer? Oh my show, modern time that's in law. He gave you life when several are dead. You could see when several are blind. You can talk when several are dumb. You can hear when several are deaf. You are here because your mental facility is sound. But some are tearing their clothes and they are being changed. What do you say to God who has given you all this? The only strategy for you to be grateful to God is to always look back. Don't look at those who have what you do not have. Look at those who lack what you have. You woke up today, many woke up in the mortuary. You walk down here yourself, many are on life support machine. Can you give a round of applause to your Lord? Thank you, thank you. So last point is humility. What's humility? Humility. My brothers and sisters, be very humble. Anybody who is arrogant is sharing in the attributes of God, and God says destruction awaits them. Nobody says I am. Never. One just happened in Nigeria. You don't threaten God. He says, in my hand are all authorities and power. I install, I dethrone. Even if the whole world will vote for you, if God does not vote, you will not ascend. The former governor of Kogi State, everybody voted and they were counting the result, and they said Abubakar Awudu has won. Meanwhile, God did not vote because he was buried that day. Be very humble. Say to the person beside you, be very humble. Can you give me 60 seconds? Parents, are you here? If you are a parent, raise your hand. Do you know the word parents does not refer to those who give birth? The word parent refers to those who are caretakers for God. In fact, the reward for entering paradise for taking care of anybody is not because you gave birth. No. You may not give birth, but get more reward than those who give birth. If you are kind even to an animal, God rewards you. If you are kind to any human being, God rewards you. Why are we blaming the bread and forgetting the bakery? The flour was purchased. The flour could do nothing. It depends on the content, the composition, the mixture by the baker, and what he has done with the oven that brings out the kind of loaf that we want. Do you know that your children are in your factory? And many parents today have abandoned their responsibility. Many parents don't understand that to become a lawyer, you learn law, and to become a parent, you learn parenting. Parenting is a profession. You must learn it, and you will account before God. Today, people think they have reward for giving birth. I tell you, you have no reward for giving birth. The reward for giving birth belongs to God. God created that soul and put that soul in your care. But today, we have forgotten that the child, who named the child? Your prayer is important on your children. You must be prayerful and guide the child through life. Number two, you don't listen to the flour if it doesn't want to stay inside the oven. You let your child suffer the heat. The discipline must be homeborn. You must train your children. You must create time. Sit down with your children. Tell them the story of your life. Don't laugh with them when they are in discipline. They are the leaders tomorrow. Promise keeping. When we ask leaders, you elect the president, senator, and you ask them to raise up their hand to swear that before you assume office, I, Senator So, I will preserve the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I will do this. You are asking them about promise keeping. Did you ask them whether in their houses they used to keep promises? When you train your children, they listen with their eyes, not with their ears. I will tell you why. Children don't listen. I will give you the microphone now. Children don't listen with their ears. They listen with their... It means the best way for you to train your children is to do what you are asking them to do. I'm going to repeat it. The best way to impact your children is to carry out those things you ask them to carry out. You don't want your children to be busy with the television, but you are the mother, always African magic. You say they should go for salat, you don't pray. You say they should be mindful of God, you are not mindful of God. You told your children, we don't tell lies in our family. Don't tell lie. Don't tell lie. My father did not tell lie. My mother did not tell lie. Lying is bad. That child was listening. You thought with the ear, with the eyes. Then there was a knock on the door. He said, "Who is there?" He said, "Yaologi." The person selling ogi. Go and tell her that I am not at home. So what have you done? You have lied, and your child, you know your prayer is that whatever we know how to do, our children should know how to do it better. Your child will now become a chartered liar. I wish you the best of luck.
Please, standing ovation, standing ovation, standing ovation. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even know where to start. Thank you. You may sit down. Thank you. You may sit down. Wow. This. Please. You see? Handshake. Thank you, Dr. Abdulhakeem. When you sit down, I'll ask for one.